Well, I represent the great state of South Dakota, and not too long ago, local law enforcement officials put an undercover online ad up, and it wasn't to sell drugs or catch drug criminal activity, it was to sell young girls for sex. And it was alarming to me because, of course, this community wasn't very far from my home. I live in rural South Dakota and did not expect to see this kind of activity going on, but in less than 2 days, they had over 100 responses to purchase these young girls for sex. And they did similar operations throughout the state in other small rural communities and got the same results. And you know, I found that when we talk about human trafficking, that many times, most folks think that the problem is far away from their home. They think it might be overseas in a different country or in an urban city or around big events, but we're finding it everywhere, even in small towns in rural America. It's happening in our backyards. And the fight against trafficking is going to require action from all of us. Not only do we need to promote awareness, and we have the responsibility to do that and to talk about it so people know what to watch for and the red flags that are out there, but we also need to carve a pathway for survivors so that they can heal, so they can get housing, so they can get jobs when they come out of these situations, so they can have new hope for the future and for their future lives. So 2 of the bills that we're doing this week deal with exactly that. HR 2200, we recommit necessary resources that will provide the vital funding that we need to follow through on action that we've previously taken. It's going to help us protect victims, but also go after those traffickers into the future. And HR 2480 is a bill that will open opportunities for law enforcement officers to get the kind of sex trafficking resources and develop new programs that they can use to go after those who knowingly sell our children for sex. There's no question that this is a complex problem, and that's why you've seen the House continue to take action to give the tools to our law enforcement officers that they need. We owe it to our kids to be aggressive. We need to put these traffickers out of business. We need to strengthen the resources that we have out there and make more of those tools available, and I'm proud of the work that's being done. And I want to thank Speaker Ryan, all of those behind me and throughout the House that have put so much work into these bills to make it a bipartisan thing that we could stand together to continue to protect future generations.